Turns around.
Walter Ray with a strike the last time on lane 16. With a double here, would retake the lead or take the lead for the first time in the match. A little more side roll. Ball rumbles up and he strikes. Very nice shot for Walter Ray.
Now what's going through his mind is, what is lane 15 going to do? I threw it wide last time and it bit so early I can't quite get it that wide again. Walter, though, it seems like his ace in the hole always when he tries to make adjustments is with speed. And he goes more speed and more speed.
Well, that was harder. And the result was right there. Nice adjustment. Walter Ray vaults into the lead here in match number 1. And let's once again take a look back at some of the great PBA Hall of Famers that have won here. The Lobster in 1970, Larry Long. And the great Jim Godman back in 1971. And we'll send you off with Paul Caldwell, who came back and bowled in this year's Tucson Open. Turnaround. Stayrook led by 24 after 5 frames. Now he trails by 6 in the 7th.
Again, that's what match game play is all about. One mistake like that. These guys are like sharks. Blood in the water, and they see those opens.
An explosive shot, and I kept my eye on the ball at about 50 feet, and that was at about the 3 board, Mike, so there appears to be a little area out there.
But again, his mistake has got to be left.
Sure.
He's got to trust it to the left. He can't make mistakes to the right like he did.
Sensational game for Stayrook, with the exception of that errant shot in the 6th frame.
3 frames left, 6 spins the difference. It's the bowler that can perform in the last frames that's going to win this match. Wider.
Boy, if he gets the ball to that point, Michael, the reaction is sensational.
And it'd be interesting to see what knocked the 7-pin over on that shot. Is it just kind of fell to the left from the breeze of the ball or something?
It was gang tackled.
Is that what it was?
Sure. A re-rack for Walter Ray on the right-hand lane. Working on a double, I should say.
Trying to take the lead back. He's high. And again, he got that bounce off the first board. And what happens there is you just get the ball to the first board too soon on the lane. Needs to get it there about a foot later. Thing to watch, Walter, watch his left hand. Here. See that left hand come way behind his head almost as he lets it go.
The other thing, and I know you've pointed this out in the past, Mike, which is really unusual, but I kind of like it to a certain degree, is the fact that Walter Ray bounces that ball back on his backswing, then drops it back into the slot when he starts the forward swing.
It's away from his body, and then,
sure,
as you say, brings it back in, and it's right in line from the top of the swing all the way on down. It's just, you know, as you get older, and he's over 30 now, it gets harder to do that on a consistent basis.
Needs it in the foundation frame, and oh, he did not like it when it left his hand, and so Walter Ray is in a position now where he's going to have to hope that Stayrook struggles in the latter stages.
He's going to have to hope Stayrook stops striking, but again, he just can't get that ball to the first board too soon. This is exactly what happened again. It hits it there, and it goes left immediately, and he knew it. He knew it had no chance. Well, his face said it all.
Covers up to 6-10. Trails by 8, and Jess Stayrook could put him away very quickly.
And Walter, you know, when he had the opportunity to take the lead back and perform well, we said the player that performed well in the last frames would win. Didn't perform very well in the 8th tonight. Even room. Boy, he gets the room. He can almost ride it up, can't you?
Pretty shot. As a matter of fact, he has yet to leave anything, Mike, when he does get the ball to the area that he wants it.
Yeah, the only time he's left something when he went right through the heart of the pins, and he had a bunch of them up there then.
Started the game with a 3-pin and had the disaster in the 6th. Since that time, he's strung together 3 more strikes, though, and he appears to be ready to move on to match number 2.
Well, he still needs some kind of spare strike then. Ooh, the 6-8 was there for a freckle, but they both fell.
So Stayrook will move on. And meanwhile, Walder Ray, since winning in '87, will now move to 13-22 overall in championship round play, and he'll just have to keep the chin up and come back another day.
And Jess has defeated one former PBA Player of the Year. Now he's got a former Firestone winner in his path.
Extremely talented, versatile crew on the telecast here this afternoon. Whoever wins this one will have earned it. Seems that this tournament, though, through the years has always brought out the best in the PBA players.
Did you see that little move, though, that he experimentation there? He moved inside. Now, we talked to John Mazza during the practice balls. He said that the left-handers could play either in or out, that he had a shot either place. Jess showed us that by moving in close to the 4th arrow and striking on that second ball in the 10th.
You mentioned that, Mike, and it brings up another interesting point. As I talked to John Mazza, he said if Jess plays out and wins 2 or 3 games, there's a good chance I'll end up playing in because I don't think the shot will be very good out there. So it's almost like he's going to do the opposite of what Stayrook is doing if he gets the kind of reaction he wants. Another experimentation shot there that obviously worked, but it was on the wrong side.
It's the right strike with his strikes. He had, what, 10 strikes in that game for 250 even.
So for Walder Ray, a 5th place finish here in Tucson. And he really made a beautiful run last night to solidify his position in the championship round, but he'll just have to shake this one off and hope that the streak starts to flip around and go in the other direction. Did you ever have a stage, Mike, where you went a long time without winning in the championship round?
From 1972 to 1979, I never won a game.
That's a long time. 7 year, the 7-year itch, right?
Yep.
7-year ache for Durbin. 250 for Stayrook. Whew. Boy, that's got to get your attention if you're Dave Ferraro.
Well, Ferraro's seen 250s before. It doesn't scare him.
You know, he is such a unaffected player. We bring that up. It's like he's very unassuming. It's like, all right, he shot 250, but he's got to bowl me next.
Well, with Dave, it's just a matter that he is very confident in who he is and what his abilities are, and he's not afraid of anyone.
All right, Stayrook moves on and wins 250 to 211. And when we come back, Mike Durbin and